Voting to elect India's 14th Vice President concludes and the counting process has now begun. Prime Minister Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh are among those who cast their votes in Parliament earlier today. The contenders in the fray are NDA candidate Jagdeep Dhankhar and the opposition nominee Margaret Alva. The Electoral College for the VP polls comprises of a total of 788 members of both houses of Parliament. All, in fact, is not well in the opposition camp, with the Trinamool Congress deciding to abstain from voting. But two TMC MPs, Shishir Adhikari and Dibyendu Adhikari, defied the party's decision and cast their vote in this election. Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party, the TRS, the AIADMK and the JMM announced their support for Alva, whereas the BSP and the TDP decided to back Dhankar. Remember, prayers were also offered earlier today at Jagdeep Dhankhar's village in Jhunjhunu in Rajasthan, hoping for his victory. Results of the election are likely to be announced by roughly about 7 p.m. this evening, and the oath-taking ceremony will take place on August 11.
हमारे लिए चुनाव जीतना हारना महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है, एक संदेश देना है कि अगर 75वें वर्ष में भारतीय लोकतंत्र की जड़ों को आपको खाद पानी देना है और पुख्ता करना है, आप विपक्ष से, आम आवाम से संवाद का तरीका पुनः बहाल करें.
My colleague Milan Sharma is now joining me live from Delhi on this. Milan, the counting process has begun, but given how the numbers were stacked up, it almost seems inevitable that the NDA's nominee in this election, Jagdeep Dhankhar, is going to sail all the way up to victory at the time that the results are announced, possibly around 7 p.m. this evening.
Follow me. Already we are outside 11 Akbar Road right now, and if you can hear me, the celebrations have already begun. And as I'll show you, dhol and dhol players from Rajasthan have already landed right outside 11 Akbar Road. Jagdeep Dhankhar and the BJP is ready to celebrate even as the counting of the votes will now happen. But we have seen the show of strength that has come from the NDA as well. And let me take you to the other side to show you the festivities at 11 Akbar Road. At the moment, the entire house has been decked up. The BJP expecting big fireworks. We're also expecting the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to come here to congratulate Jagdeep Dhankhar, who's just entered the house as we speak. We're also looking at all the senior members and leaders of the BJP, whether it's Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP Party Chief JP Nadda, will all be here in attendance to congratulate, because it seems and it was expected as well, follow me, just to not preempt, that he will emerge victorious in the vice presidential election count, because there have been massive support from the NDA allies as well. And as you know, the TMC that has decided to abstain, despite that, 2 members of the TMC have voted. So out of 36, 34 have not voted and 2 did vote, even though Mamata Banerjee said that TMC will abstain. So this is the celebratory mood outside 11 Akbar Road at the moment. And even as the SPG and security protocols are being put in place for the Prime Minister to arrive, the sound of the dhols and the color on the walls, the saffron of the flowers and the banana leaves here, all decorated and all decked up in attendance for the victory celebrations there. Back to you, follow me.
You know, the fact that the opposition itself was not united behind Margaret Alva just basically cleared the way for Jagdeep Dhankhar, despite the NDA numbers being with him. The TMC's abstention from this election was very critical, and even Margaret Alva was not very happy. She vocally expressed her unhappiness over the TMC staying out of the voting process today, Milan.
Well, Paulami, your guess is as good as mine, because we knew that the TMC had abstained. Despite that, 34 have not voted, but 2 at least came out to vote. And Shubhendu Adhikari's father happened to be one of those people. We are also looking at this abstinence being some kind of a message from the TMC, as you would also understand. But certainly the NDA allies that rallied behind Jagdeep Dhankhar's candidacy for the Vice President has perhaps seen the vote share increase for him, and we know that he has received considerable amount of votes at the moment, even as the counting is going on, and we'll expect the results to be officially out in some time. Margaret Alva, even though was being supported by opposition parties alike, but there were parties like BSP also that supported the candidature of Mr. Dhankhar. But certainly as BJP likes to celebrate its every victory like it does its triumphs and achievements outside 11 Akbar Road, and I'll ask my camera person Nasir also to show you. Protocols of security are being put in place because the Prime Minister is expected to come, and there's colour everywhere now, follow me. You know, the saffron flowers and the banana leaves and the entire gate that has been decorated. Just a shot from here, I'll show you inside. There's a heavy layer of SPG security that is being put in place already for the arrival of the Prime Minister, for the arrival of the Home Minister Amit Shah, as well as the party chief. There are going to be many people inside, and we are going to expect celebrations once again, just like you and I, Pauline, we saw during the presidential elections as well. There, back to you.
Absolutely. The colours are out already, and the NDA and the BJP already preparing to celebrate Jagdeep Dhankhar's victory. Milan, of course, bringing us those pictures from outside 11 Akbar Road, where preparations are underway, and Jagdeep Dhankhar himself has arrived over there, and the Prime Minister and others will be, of course, arriving there after the results are officially announced to congratulate Jagdeep Dhankhar. And those images on your screen right now from Jhunjhunu, his ancestral home, Jagdeep Dhankhar's ancestral home in Rajasthan, where already they're celebrating, and already the music is on, the dancing is on as well, because they, of course, are very hopeful that when that press conference happens in Parliament a little later this evening, the decision of the voting that has taken place will, of course, seal the victory for Jagdeep Dhankhar. So that is going to be, of course, something which they're looking for at the moment. We'll, of course, try and collect with my colleague who's, in Jhunjhunu at the moment, covering those celebrations over there. Milan, if Milan is still live with us, she's, of course, reporting from outside 11 Akbar Road. Milan, there was a lot of speculation, and this is, of course, on a interesting note, when before the NDA announced Jagdeep Dhankhar as their candidate going into the Vice President elections, there was that one photograph that did the rounds of Jagdeep Dhankhar, Mamata Banerjee and Himanta Biswa Sharma in one room in Darjeeling meeting each other, which led to a lot of speculation as to what happened. Is Mamata Banerjee now going to support Jagdeep Dhankhar or not? But then, of course, officially, her reason, she says, for abstaining from this election was because she was not consulted.
Well, absolutely. You see, you remember clearly when we were covering the presidential elections as well, Mamata Banerjee, with the opposition allies, put her foot down, and she said that the TMC leader had to be the candidate for the presidential elections as well. So that time the consultations also happened with Sharad Pawar, and then the name was put forward by the party. But this time as well, Mamata Banerjee there putting her foot down, saying that I was not consulted, and which is why I will not support Jagdeep Dhankhar. We've also seen various clashes. He's been governor West Bengal, and you and I both know, you also cover West Bengal, and how you see the tiff that ensues between the chief minister there as well as the governor. But certainly that particular photo that you speak about sends out many messages, and later when the TMC says that we will not support, neither deny, but we'll abstain. So abstaining is a message certainly for the party as well. And even then, two of the members of TMC go ahead and cast their vote, and we were talking about the possibility of cross-voting as well that has happened the last time for Draupadi Murmu ji, who's elected the president. More than 17 votes were polled in favour of her by MPs, which was cross-voting, and the Congress party leaders also happened to have done that cross-voting. So we'll have to wait and see what the current counting of votes will show in the favour, but clearly it was expected that Jagdeep Dhankhar will win by a landslide this time. But outside the home, once again, I want to just show you, this is how the Bharatiya Janata Party likes to bring forward its achievements, its celebrations, and today is once again a day of celebration, a day of political triumph for the party, because certainly they have been able to put forward their candidature for the vice presidential elections as well, and a strong candidature supported by a lot of parties as well, supported by parties like BSP as well, who do not see eye to eye with the BJP on other issues. But certainly right now, even as we speak, the lights are being put up. It's evening time, and shortly we'll be looking at more security protocols being put forward, because the Prime Minister is going to be expected to reach here and congratulate Jagdeep Dhankhar, as we are still hearing and waiting for the official results to be announced soon. Follow me. Back to you in the studio.
Right. Milan, thank you so much for joining us. We'll of course keep coming back to you through this evening as those results are announced, and those celebrations of course break out at 11 Akbar Road in Delhi and in Jhunjhunu in Rajasthan.